Welcome, everyone, to Season 5, Episode 2 of Kicks at the Castle, podcast by three sneakerheads dedicated to that Disney lifestyle. As Walt would say, to all listen to this happy podcast, welcome. My name's John, and I'll be your host. And as always, I'm joined by my man, Matt.
Yo, what's going on, everyone?
Ruby is on a plane.
Oh, yeah.
She's on a plane with Wi-Fi, it seems like, because she's texting in the Discord right now. She could technically join.
Couldn't jump in the Zoom, but whatever. But our guest this week is Taylor, aka Gunsoul Grels. How you doing?
Hey guys,
thanks for joining us. Got a great show planned for you this week. We're going to catch up on some news items. Got our Fit of the Week feature. This week in World vs. Slam, we're going to put some recent news items up against each other. Matt's going to hold it down with a plant-based option of the week. We're going to catch up with recent trips on property, and we'll play a few games with Taylor before getting to know him better. But first, as always, let's jump into pickups.
Pick it up, groove. Baby girl, watch how you move. I got them vents on my shoes.
Well, we start off with Taylor, man. What do you got recently?
I got a couple of things. So I put this order in September, but Kid Cudi did a Cause collab, and so I grabbed one of the shirts. So it's the mail. It was pretty cool.
Very nice.
Great album, and I like Cause, so I figure why not pick it up. And then, I talked a little bit about it, but I got a kiddo on the way. So his grandma, who also sneakerhead, had to hook him up some sixes.
Oh, nice.
Some chromes.
You don't hear that often, grandma, sneakerhead grandma.
I mean, she's really the reason why I'm the way I am. So,
Nice.
And then Dad couldn't not match. So
it's a must right there.
Yeah, actually, first pair of sixes too. I'm not like a big sixes guy, but they're pretty rad, and why not match with your kid?
There you go. I like the chrome ones. Those look good. All right. How about you, Matt? What do you got this week?
Dry week this week, but I got something coming this weekend. So next week,
right.
I got something for you guys.
All right. Well, Nike did not ship this super fast, but I got this in the mail this week. I'm not going to lie, this is my first pair of Keeper 2s. The Alma Maniers were not my size that I got earlier this year, but these are mine. Box isn't falling off my desk. There we go. Chicago 2. Nice. Already laced up, ready to go. So,
how's the leather, or is it actually the pleather?
So, that's an excellent question. It depends what part you're feeling. Like the lizard skin doesn't feel great, and I don't know if it's the texture. I mean, I would prefer a tumble leather, and it's on the toe. It is not. I will say I did put it on. It's a roomy shoe. I got 12, and I was worried about it being narrow, and it's not. It seemed comfortable. I don't know I know it was the first one with polyurethane sole. I wouldn't say it's like super comfortable compared to a Jordan 1. I mean, that's all right. I think it's needed in the collection,
Yeah.
I don't know that I love it, but I think I need to keep it just to have it. It's kind of growing on me. Honestly, it's kind of growing on me.
Nice.
Anyway, so that's all I got this week. So as I put that away and rattle all my paper, let's jump into Newsies. I will go first. Saw this week that Union and Jordan are going to collab and do another Jordan 1 high. Obviously, I think it's a pretty big deal because I really like the first ones and would certainly love to get a pair of those. I don't know about the colorways per se. I don't know if these are just mock-ups or if this is what they're actually going to be. But I got to say, if they drop a couple more colorways, I'll pick one for sure and go for it. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? How do you feel about the Union ones?
I did see the lows. The lows are okay, but to be honest, I have not seen the highs yet. I mean, obviously it's a rumor, but I mean, usually Union doesn't really miss. I mean, besides the I don't even know what they were called, the basketball shoes, the Zooms.
Oh yeah.
The Delta Zoom or whatever it was called. Yeah. I mean, those were the only ones that were like probably would not get.
To know for me.
But yeah.
Yeah, these are pretty cool, like the way that they're describing it. I'm interested in the woven detail they're talking about. And I'm wondering if that's going to be on the swoosh, if it's going to be more on the upper. The lows, I'm not really like a lows guy to begin with, and like they look okay. I mean, I maybe under retail and maybe beaters, but like
I don't know.
I think
See, I thought the AJKO lows, I kind of like those just because I like a white shoe. I've been wearing lows a lot, and just like you said,
Yeah.
wear the shit out of them. You don't
Yeah.
have to worry about them because it's and I know they got the Velcro swoosh, and I'm wondering if the Velcro from the Tinker 3, if those swooshes
that would be cool.
I wonder if they would go on there. You could put like the white cement swoosh or something on them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That'd be interesting.
yeah.
But yeah, I think the woven detail that they're talking about has me very curious.
Right. So anyway, all right. And then in Disney news, announced today, Mark Parker named new Disney chairman, succeeding Susan Arnold. I did a little more digging. So Susan Arnold she wasn't allowed to run because she termed out. I guess she's been the chairman for 15 years. And Mark Parker's actually been on the board for 7 years. I didn't know that. So it's not like
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah, I like I said, so it's a little less surprising. I kind of thought it was an out of the blue thing, but apparently he's been on the board. So I don't know what kind of power the chairman has. I know that the main focus is going to be succession planning for Bob Iger, and obviously I think that's important because they certainly missed last time. But it's interesting. It's cool that the world of sneakers and Disney colliding.
Yeah.
Who would have thought, right?
It's perfect for this. I mean, it's like all we talk about and everything.
I don't
But
know. So it's just neat. It was a neat piece of news came out today. Like I said, I don't know what the impact is. Is there going to be a collab? Will anything happen, or is it just a neat piece of news?
Mhm.
But we'll find out.
Kicks to the Castle Nike Club.
There it is.
There it is.
Speak it into existence. There it is.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm going to turn it over to Matt. Matt, what do you got for us this week?
All right. So I'll start off with some sneaker news. So the Air Jordan 1 Washed Heritage to release in June. I like this colorway a lot. It's a very neutral color. I like the gray suede, and it does kind of have like a vintage hit to it. It's kind of like a faded gray.
I was gonna say, is it me or on the photos that Sneaker News posted? Does it look blue in one picture?
Oh yeah,
and greenish in the other?
those are very deceiving photos. I thought it was two
Oh, right.
colorways, and then I thought it was one. I didn't know if it was like a LA Chicago where it like rubbed off into a different shoe altogether. But I saw other photos, and yeah, it's just great.
Okay, yeah, because that's a nice tight suede that they have on there.
Yeah.
I think it looks good.
Yeah, I like these a lot. I will definitely be going for these. And yeah, it does look like the midsole has it's like a sail color. Gives it like a little vintage look, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that stitching looks like it's definitely yellow.
Mhm.
Yeah, I will for sure be going for these. What about you guys?
I like them. I mean, they're really sticking to this pre-distressed yellowing of the sole
Yeah.
look. But no, they're pretty rad. I definitely like them.
I'm trying to be more like Matt last year, and I'm trying not to go for a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm not going to say I'm not. I'm not going to say not, but I'm not necessarily super gung ho. It is in June, so it's down there. I'm on the fence.
I'm like on the fence too, because now I'm like trying to go for like more like OG colorways. I mean, obviously this is an OG colorway, but I mean, this is a really, really clean colorway in my opinion. I mean, it's not like a gray New Balance or anything, but I mean, I could use a gray Air Jordan 1, and these are pretty sick. So
it's what you said is exactly it. Like I bought a ton of ones, and last year I sold 3 pairs of 1 highs because I'm just like, I looked at like the Shadow 2.0s. I'm like, I don't really love the color blocking. When am I going to wear this shoe? I'm going to grab something else before I grab that. Got rid of it. The Pollens, I like the Taxi color blocking much better. I think the Taxi is a much more wearable black and yellow shoe. Got rid of the Pollen. So it's like, I need to look at this and go, all right, would I grab something before I grab that? And I don't know. I mean, I feel like I've got the natural grays. Honestly, I don't feel like I wear my mochas enough, and I love wearing the Alma Menieres. So I got to decide. Okay, is that a shoe that I need to have? And I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Well, we still got a couple months to think about it. So
the fact that it's got suede on it really puts it up a notch, though.
Yeah.
I even like the Jordan symbol. Like I don't know what the material. It kind of looks like glossy, like the wings and everything. But even that like off-white look on it is pretty clean. I think it's cool. But yeah, I agree. Like I like it a lot. It's not like a must, but I don't know. I do like it.
I'm looking at that now. It's almost like bubble pen or something drawn on there. Is it debossed? Is that what it's? not embossed, it's debossed.
It may be. It definitely has like that gloss.
It looks like it pops. It looks like it pops out as instead
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Anyway, I like it. Good pick.
All right. So next up on my Disney news, we finally have an opening date for Tron Light Cycle run at Magic Kingdom, April 4th, 2023. I did not make a reservation yet. Probably should. Probably do that right now. Honestly, I don't know if I want to go opening day. Like opening day for rides is just too insane. Maybe I'll just go for like the annual pass holder preview and then that's it. Hopefully they let me like take pictures and stuff because
Okay,
it's
so
already
let me
open in
ask you
Shanghai.
this. Let me ask you this. Is it going to be paid lightning lane only? Is it going to be virtual queue and paid lightning lane, kind of like
Ooh, that's a good
Guardians
question.
was?
That is most likely going to be individual lightning lane for sure.
But will they do a queue, like a virtual queue?
I think they will.
as
They're
I
gonna
think they
have
will.
to with how
Yeah,
many people
they're
want to
gonna
go on
have
that
to.
thing.
yeah. So like there definitely won't be a standby line.
Probably not.
Standby is probably only going to be for the paid.
No, I'm wondering if they're going to do it like Guardians. So Guardians, you can get a virtual queue in the morning, kind of like what they did for Rise of the Resistance here.
Oh yeah.
And then, but you could also pay for a lightning lane. I actually have a Magic Kingdom Park Pass for Tuesday, April 11th.
There you go.
So
Nice.
I already have reservations, so I'm good to go. 'Cause I fly in on the 10th, so that was pretty good timing on my trip.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Tim just made it.
Just really.
Just made it. Yeah.
Well, let's hope they actually open this thing.
Well, and so then I actually have a reservation for MK on the 15th also. So hopefully I'll get to ride it twice while I'm out there.
Nice.
Anyway, I digress. I think it's actually time for fit of the week. Is that right, Matt?
I don't even have the rundown up. Let's see. Sure. Yeah.
Yo, everything that I do in life is supreme. Shoes, supreme. Shirt, supreme. Taco Bell, supreme.
So now it's time for fit of the week. Every week we pick a post where we were tagged or the hashtag Kicks at the Castle was used. And this week it is the homie, a real monster. And he is at it again.
Damn, Daniel, back at it again with the white vans.
In the Mexico Pavilion with the University Red Dunks. He's at Studios in the 14 Toros. He's in the Lost and Founds. He's in the Hair Sevens. He's everywhere.
Man went off.
That shirt's awesome.
The dope fits, the cool hats, the luxury resorts, the Lux Resort man, going from Wilderness Lodge over to Polynesian.
Oh, he said at Poly too? I thought it was just Wilderness
well, he
Lodge.
just checked into Poly today. That's how he does it. That's
Oh.
that's how the players do Disney.
Is he DVC?
I don't know if he's
He might be
DVC.
DVC.
He's just loaded. He's just got a
Yeah.
big bankroll, and he just goes from resort to resort like it ain't no thing. So anyway, thanks for the tag. Hope you have an awesome trip, man. And if you would like to be featured, tag us in your fit picks or use the hashtag castle in park or not. And now it's time for Land versus World.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Each week we pick a landmark or an aspect from Walt Disney World or Disneyland Resort, and we decide which park has it better. This week, I thought I would throw a couple of news items against each other. What is better news? That Disneyland can park hop at 11, or that Walt Disney World does not need reservations for pass holders if you're going to visit after 2, with the exception of Magic Kingdom on the. So, Taylor, what would you rather have?
I mean, I would have no time for park hopping at Disneyland. That would be the like ultimate. I mean, it's nice. The earlier, the better, obviously. I don't know. The no reservations though required is pretty nice. I mean, I haven't been to World in a minute, but just reading everything about it seems like such a headache, and just to do away with that for like any future trips being planned is pretty cool.
But it's after 2, so you
Yeah.
so you don't have to have a reservation if you go after 2.
That's true.
But now for the residents that are right there, I could see them loving. So let me ask you, Taylor, when you go to Disneyland, do you start at DCA or do you start at Disneyland?
Disneyland for
I'm a
sure.
Disneyland starter as well. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's get Matt's take on this. What do you?
All right.
Are you happy or are you sad?
I am very happy because I mean, most of the time, like I can't remember last time I went in the morning or like rope dropped or anything, but because I mean, yeah, most of the time, like I just go in there for like dinner or like ride in the afternoon, sometimes like right after work. So not even thinking about it and just don't even have to make a reservation, just pop in the park during the week. It's awesome.
Yeah, and see,
Like-
for me, that's not as big of a deal because I'm farther away. Like if I lived in Anaheim, like I bet Phil is super stoked, because he's right there. and he can pop over
Yeah.
after work, or could pop over after work if it was here at Disneyland. To me, I love the park hopping thing because I like to start at Disneyland. And I know in the Discord this week or last couple of days, there's been a lot of talk about park hopping and whereas you know what, at Disneyland, it's easy to park hop. You can jump over, you can grab a beer, and then you can go back to Disneyland, right?
Yeah, that is
So
nice.
if you're at Disney World, it's not that it's hard to park hop. It's not that it sucks to park hop. It's just a process.
And you can get over to California Adventure earlier for food, which
Okay, that's the other thing, is that to get in lamplight, because it's
Yeah.
easier to get on the walk up before noon.
yeah.
100%. 100%.
Oh man.
And it's like
Yeah.
sometimes like if I want to do like a spontaneous trip to Disney and I really want to go to like Hollywood Studios and I book the reservation that day, sometimes Hollywood Studios won't even be available that day, but Epcot is. So I have to book Epcot, check in at Epcot, and then park hop over to Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, no, I get that. And because when I was there, I did a little bit of that, especially like my last week when I was trying to do as much as I could in the mornings. You'd have to you have to go check into that park to
Yeah.
go to the next one. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we had it better because our park hop time was 1. It wasn't 2. Like you guys are at 2. That's late in the day. That's
One is
Yeah.
such a one.
Yeah.
One was kind of like a weird time too for like food and obviously rides, but like trying to figure out where to eat. And then if you do like a mobile order and you're like, okay, I'm gonna hold out until 1:30 and then I can go over to anywhere in Cali, or if you're park hopping at Disneyland or something. So it is nice that it's 11, but again, I mean, I just hope it's done away with it
Here's the thing.
eventually.
Why didn't they give us both? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought it was both.
Why wouldn't I don't
Yeah.
understand why they treat the parks so separately.
Mhm.
It's like let
I think it has to do
everybody-
with capacity. I mean, obviously Disney World gets more capacity than Disneyland, but honestly, yeah, it would make sense to do the same.
I
in
just
both
feel
parks
like
or both coasts.
I feel like on a Wednesday, how many locals are popping over after 2 that's really gonna blow the park up?
Yeah.
I mean, technically we're in the slow season now, right? We're in January. Holidays are over, the parks are supposed to be a little bit lighter for the
Everything's
next
being
few months.
refurbished.
Yeah.
Yeah, Indiana Jones is down, but yeah, I don't know. So I don't know. I guess we're gonna call it a wash. I think both parks got something nice. It would have been nice for both parks to get both items. It's nice to see. It just feels like things are going in the right direction, right?
Yeah.
The fact that they're loosening it up gives hope that in another month maybe they loosen out. It loosens up a little bit more. So it's moving in the right direction. All right. Well, let's catch up on our recent trips on property. Taylor, how long's it been since you were on property?
September was my last trip.
Been a minute.
Been a minute for sure. But like I was telling you guys, my wife pregnant, she was kind of overwalking that much, and I get it. And it's going to be a new experience, having a
You
kid.
get her a
now.
wheelchair, and then you get
Yeah.
gas, and you just throw the line, man. You got to maximize.
That's true. Yeah, September was the last time, but I felt like I definitely went out like for the time being, like on a high note. Kind of did everything I want. For sure did Lincoln because you have to. It's awesome. But
it, man.
yeah, I mean, Fantasmic, Indiana Jones was still up at the time, Mansion, everything that like I wanted to see. So it was cool.
All right, nice. So, what is your preferred shoe for Disney? What do you like to wear?
So I've tried quite a few things. I really liked threes were actually pretty good. I tried Dunk all day.
Oh yeah.
I tried a Dunk, and I should not have done that all day. I cannot make it through a full day with a Dunk anymore. And then John, your favorite New Balance for sure.
I was gonna ask. I saw a 99 something on your feed, but I don't know what it was. So it looked like it wasn't gray. It looked tan.
Well, I got the Salehi ones,
Okay.
the pink. Those are pretty
Okay.
great. You gotta try them.
Oh, the
They're
sand
great.
of time, the one that just came out.
Sand of the Time. Yeah,
Sand of the
they
time.
have like
yeah.
a cork insole, so it forms to your foot. Pretty cool. But
Yeah, I'm gonna jump right on that. I got a bid in them. So are you like you like all the rides? You like all the food? What's you just find the nice mix? Do you let your wife pick out what you're going to do that day, and you kind of follow her around?
So every time we go, well, every time we went and every time we go, it's a different experience. Like one time we went and like, let's do all the mountains. One time we went and we did every ride that was open on opening day.
Oh, that's cool.
Sometimes we'll go and like literally just people watch, which is what Disney loves you to do, right?
That's
Don't
great.
buy
That's
anything.
that's a great thing.
Yeah. So no, every time it's something different, but I gotta do the train. I gotta do Primeval World. I gotta do Grand Canyon, and I gotta do Pirates. Pirates is those two are my favorite for sure.
Okay. All right. I like that. Those are definitely strong ones. So all right. Well, Matt, I noticed that you actually made it on property.
I did.
You're still at the train station.
Yeah, I am still at the train station. But I guess I made up for the 2 weeks that I did not go over the holiday. But yeah, so I had family in town. And so Friday we went to Magic Kingdom. We did Genie Plus. We got Genie Plus, which was pretty cool. I haven't done it in a long time. And we actually
And how much was it?
It was $17 on Friday.
That's it.
Yeah, 17.
You guys got it so easy over there.
So it was 17, and then we didn't do individual Lightning Lane for anything because my cousin, she has a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, so they were too short to kind of go on anything. So we kind of just did like the kiddie rides, like we did Aladdin, we did Haunted Mansion, Winnie the Pooh, Little Mermaid, rides like that. And also we went on the train, which was really cool. We went on the Barnstormer. And then when we're in Storybook Circus, that's when we got on the train. And then we took the train to the front of the park. And then right when we got off the train, we got spring rolls in Adventureland, which I haven't gotten in a while either.
Wait, so you got off the train at Main Street?
Yes.
Okay,
at the front. And we walked over to Adventureland to get spring rolls. And I don't know when they started doing this, but they started giving out not like Big Mac sauce with the spring rolls, with the cheeseburger spring rolls. And they were pretty dang fire. Yeah.
Cheeseburger spring rolls?
What's that?
Cheeseburger spring rolls?
Yeah, cheeseburger spring rolls. And then they had like a 50th. They had a 50th one that we tried too, which was like I can't even think of it. Not prosciutto, but the other meat that starts with a P.
Pepperoni?
No, not pepperoni. Dang
it. Just for reference, I just looked at Genie Plus at Disneyland is $25 today on a Wednesday.
Gosh,
25.
It's 25 today.
As excited as I am to go back, I dread how much I'm gonna spend on like stuff like that.
You know what? Play the game. Play the game. You can make it worth your while, but you gotta play.
Yep.
Oh, I know it's gonna be worth my while. Just want to do it.
It was pastrami.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was pastrami and pepper jack cheese.
I always make it over for the spring rolls. That's like one of the, like I don't get them every time I go to Magic Kingdom, but like every trip I'll get them at least.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't had these in maybe honestly like a couple years, but yeah, they were definitely good. I wore the Sean Witherspoon Super Turf, the Jimmy Crickets, and I got a lot of compliments that day. But honestly, because the first time I ever wore them, to be honest, they weren't that comfortable. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna bring some extra. I brought the Salehi Crocs just in case, which I'm glad that I did because I almost lasted the whole day. But like towards the end, I was like, all right, I need to switch these out. Oh, I also had the salmon from Columbia Harbor House for the first time, which was actually surprisingly really good from a quick service. Salmon from quick service. Like I thought it was gonna be like dry.
Man.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I'm on like this health kick right now. I'm trying to eat a lot more healthier, put some fish in my diet and more like greens and less carbs and stuff. And that's why I chose the salmon. But yeah, it was actually like, it was really good. It was very moist and wasn't dry, pretty juicy. And yeah, it was pretty good. And then we saw Enchantment that night. And then the next day, we went to Hollywood Studios, got Genie Plus again. But it was weird because you would think that on a Saturday, Genie Plus would be more expensive. It was actually $15 on Saturday rather than 15
versus 25 on Wednesday.
For real.
Yeah. What we did Mickey and Minnie's. I did the Disney Junior show, which was pretty funny. The kids loved it. What else did we do? We didn't do much at we did the Frozen sing along. That's what they want to do. And then they wanted to go to Epcot. So we parked up over to Epcot and we did Frozen. What was
Did
it?
you drive over? Or did you take Skyliner?
Took Skyliner. And then we did Frozen at Epcot. And that was the one that I did your trick, John. I kept refreshing.
Because it was closed for the day, right? It was already, they were out, right?
It was, yes. So no, it was. I got like a later time. Actually, no. Yeah, you're right. It was
Frozen
out.
sells out early.
Yeah, it
So-
was
and
out
so
for
is
the day.
Ratatouille.
And then I was like, you know what? All right, I'm just gonna keep refreshing. And then what do you know? I had like a time for like 4:20 or something like that.
420 blaze it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like right when we got there, we got it. Or we
Well,
got.
that's
we
one of
went on the
those
ride.
that like it takes, you got to sit there and do it for 10 or 15 minutes,
Yeah.
but it's worth it because it happens. It pops up.
And then yeah, we just kind of walked around, and then we did Figment, and we did Remy's, and we got some crepes, which were fire. We got like a Nutella one. What was it? It was like a berry one and then a brie cheese one. The brie cheese one was probably my favorite. That one was so good. And then we also got fish and chips. I haven't got fish and chips in a long time, but I got it from the actual stand. I know Jeep, he got it from
Oh.
the actual restaurant.
But honestly, I think it's the same from the Yorkshire as it is. as
Yeah.
I saw you
it's-
talking about
Well,
that.
the
it's
thing
just
in the
the
restaurant,
the portions are definitely different, but I think
Yeah.
the food tastes just as good.
yeah, because I think in the stand, like you actually get like one big fat piece of fish, but then like in the restaurant you get like
Yeah.
you get like
Two or
three
three.
like small, 2 or 3 small pieces. But yeah, I think you're right. I think it's the same.
Portion in the restaurant is big enough to share if you're not starving.
I mean, me and Emily shared the Yorkshire one,
Yeah.
the one from the stand. I mean,
Amy
she
and I
doesn't
share
really eat
food
that
all the
much.
time because that way we can
Yeah.
eat more. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I mean, you're walking it
Um,
all off. I mean, you might as well.
exactly.
Yeah, and then we watched Harmonious. We actually watched it like in France, like right after you get off Remy's, and then like right before you like get into like
Like where the
Was
bridge
there-
is.
no, so like right, it's kind of like
Before the
where that
bridge?
perfume shop is.
Okay,
In
yeah.
the corner, like right before there were like these tables, and honestly it was actually pretty relaxing. Like we set up a table, we had good view of the lake and of the barges, I guess, and the fireworks, and we literally sat down there, ate our crepes, and it was perfect for like the kids and stuff, and like literally
Right,
no one
so-
was there.
So now I've heard you mention both of the fireworks shows.
Yeah.
So are you sad to see either of them go?
No, I'm happy.
You're happy that they're both coming.
Honestly, yeah,
The
I'm
barges
not
are going,
the
right?
biggest. I mean, I mean, the shows are okay, but they could have done a better job.
You're ready for happy endings to come back.
Yeah. For sure. 100%. But I guess, yeah, the barges are coming out in April.
That is so awesome, dude. The barges
Yeah.
are ugly.
Yeah.
Those
I
did
cannot
not look good.
wait. Like I'm hoping those things are gone when I get back there. That is such an eyesore during the day.
Yeah. I mean, I don't go to the parks during the day that much anyway, so I mostly see it at night. But I mean,
I
at
used to
night,
live-
during
I
the
used to
show-
live there, so I was there all the time during the day.
Local resident.
But yeah, that day I wore the Soleil Crocs again, because I was like, all right, I'm gonna do all day again. I'm not gonna do this to my feet. And yeah,
Are those the new beaters?
they are the new beaters. I told you
Yeah.
they're new beaters.
I love those things. I
Yeah.
have those and they're wonderful. They're
I
so
wear them every single day. I wear them.
Foam runners are retired.
Foam runners are retired. I forgot I had those until now.
good.
They're up for sale.
No. I'm still gonna keep them. And then yesterday Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. Met up with the homie Ruby and Luigi. Met Luigi
Oh.
for the first time, and we went to Epcot in the morning. Well, I went in the morning. They did the whole day because I think it was like their last day, and I want to see them before they left. So I work at 12, so I just went in the morning, hung out with them for like a couple hours. What we did Figment, and then we did Nemo, and then that was it. I left.
Thrill rides.
All
only
right,
for
I
the-
did a virtual queue for Guardians, but we didn't even get called when I was there. So I was like, all right, whatever. You guys have a lightning lane anyway. So
Yeah.
but yeah, that morning I wore the Soleil Crocs again. And I think might go to Animal Kingdom this weekend.
Nice.
Did
Someone's been
that
talking
night
about
show start
tree.
over there?
No idea. You talking about the tree or the
Yeah, the
or
tree.
lake? I think so.
Okay, cool. No, because I remember you said it was that park's closing earlier, but I wasn't sure if that was just like a weekend thing or when it was going to close because of that show.
I'm not 100% sure. I guess we'll find out this weekend if I go in the evening.
Well, I mean, it's dark early, so they can
Yeah,
still
true.
they can do the
Oh
tree.
yeah, true.
All right. Well, I did not make it on property this week. I do have a reservation for Saturday, but I just checked the weather app and it's supposed to rain on Saturday. So we'll see how that goes. I may or may not, but I am going to take advantage of this few minutes to express something that really pissed me off in the parks last week. So let's.
This
This is going to be
Get
a
off my lawn.
impromptu get off my lawn.
And John's get off my lawn corner.
Is get off the lawn. And now both of you are familiar with the Peter Pan queue. And when you get underneath the overhang and you're going through the little weavy part right before you get to the ride, you know how tight that is, right?
Right.
Okay. I'm not a small fellow, and it's tight. I mean, this is like 1950s queue, right? It's 24 inches wide, maybe. Most of the time I'm going sideways. And when some jackass is in line with a backpack on and they sit on the rail and stuff their backpack into my 24 inches of space, like, and it's switchback, right? So I'm like, excuse me, going by, excuse me. I go by. And then finally I just started walking through him because it's the same guy. And he's like, oh, well, what's the deal? I'm like, the deal is you're in my space. Why don't you stand facing that person instead of sideways? I was so done with that guy.
He's sitting on the rail with the
Sitting on the rail with the backpack on, so the backpack's hanging over. And then I started noticing in all the queues, everybody's standing sideways in the queue instead of forward, and their backpacks are taken up. So, I would like people to have some spatial awareness and get the hell out of my 24 inches. Stay in your own. That's it. Sorry.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, for real.
I feel like you gotta end it that way.
Like,
Get off my.
that's the bottom line.
What is it? Simpsons old man shakes fist at cloud.
So anyway, I was just like, come on, dude. Like, it was the same guy. And like I said, like, how many times should I have to say, excuse me?
Stuff like that's common courtesy.
Because nearly, the amount of times someone says excuse me before they bump into me is 0, 0 to 1. I mean, there's usually 1 or 2 polite people, but most of the time people just bump you as just a general rule. But anyway, it was annoying me. And I think it was because the ride broke down. So like it was probably down for like 15 minutes. And so I probably standing in the line extra didn't help my disposition. But if you are so tired that you can't hold your own body weight up, go somewhere else. Because I guarantee you I'm holding up more body weight than you are. All right.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. All right. So, let's segue into herbs, plant-based option of the week.
I ain't eating no beef, cause you know that I'm a vegan. I ain't eating no beef, compassion's what I believe in.
Brought to you by Matt.
Oh, it is me.
It is you.
Yes. Okay, so I don't normally eat plant-based breakfast. I've had plant-based meals at Disney before, but not breakfast. And that morning when I went to Magic Kingdom, before I went to Magic Kingdom, decided to pop into our Contempo Cafe. I got the plant-based tofu bowl.
Why?
And well, I'm on this health kick now. Gotta stick to those Disney workouts. And it was actually not bad. It was a plant-based scramble, so plant-based eggs, sausage crumbles. There's grilled tofu.
Sausage.
Is that like
sausage? That's how it is on the
soy
menu. They have it in quotations. They don't say like plant-based sausage, like it's sausage with quotations.
Sausage.
Grilled tofu, breakfast potatoes, vegetables of the season, and cheddar. Quotations cheddar. And
I would rather intermittently fast for breakfast than have that.
I mean, when I went, I was starving. I was like, I need something to eat, and
they had nothing else on the menu.
I mean, I wasn't gonna eat like Mickey waffles and stuff.
Why not?
Sounds delicious.
How about a bagel? I mean, anything.
Nah, I'm trying to cut carbs, man.
Cut carbs.
But what do you call it?
Well, good for you. I'm excited that you're
good.
eating better. That's a good thing.
It's a good call.
It wasn't bad for $8.99. It was pretty
It's
good.
Good price.
Yeah, it is a good price for it being plant-based too, because usually plant-based is a little higher than normal stuff.
I just can't do morning tofu.
Couldn't do it.
Okay,
I
so
can't do evening
what-
tofu. What are you talking about? What time of day?
You like miso soup?
But what was weird was the seasonal vegetables or the vegetables of the season where it was broccoli and green beans. That was like they couldn't use like spinach or tomato or mushroom or something. Like that would have made it like a lot better. Like
That
I
would
don't
have
know, I
made
feel
it
like
vegetables.
I don't think broccoli doesn't scream breakfast to me.
yeah, exactly. Like
no.
and green beans. I'm just like, this is kind of weird. Or maybe even like peas would have been good. But yeah, breakfast and or
You know what'd
broccoli
be
and
good is
green
bacon.
beans.
You know, been good is you cracked a
Would've.
real egg over all of that.
You put some bacon on it and it tastes better. It doesn't matter what it is. You put some bacon on it.
And also there was a lot of potatoes, like
That's good.
almost
I like breakfast
75% of the I mean, yeah, I guess I
Oh.
could have asked for like more vegetables, but yeah, it was a lot of potatoes. But it wasn't bad. For
Yeah,
$8.99 if you're
Yeah, like
trying to
have
go
you had the
plant-based.
breakfast bowls at the Yak and Yeti? Have you had the breakfast bowls up there?
I have not, no.
Oh, see, that's one of my favorite things to get. It's got the eggs with some peppers in it, and
It's like breakfast fried rice.
Ooh, I love breakfast fried
Well,
rice.
I don't know. It's got bacon and eggs and potatoes and some peppers. It's really good. It's like that was one of my go-tos when I was there. I really like the Yak and Yeti breakfast bowl.
Nice.
I'll
Anyway,
try that next time.
but that's not plant-based. Sorry.
That was the plant-based option that
I bet
tried.
Irv would have loved.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to-
I think
you
he
need-
had
you
talked
need to-
about
You need to
getting it.
text him. You need to share your plant-based with him. I'd like to get his take. Anyway, all right, Taylor, it's time. It's time. I know everybody dreads it, but it's time for Disney Hype Trivia. So good luck.
Oh, sorry, I have a
Alright.
trivia first. Okay. Whoa, it totally caught me off guard.
Sorry.
Okay.
All
right.
it's first on the rundown.
All right, you're an active listener on the pod, so you already know what the deal is.
Yeah.
So, question number 1: this opening attraction at DCA lasted less than a year. Which attraction was it?
Superstar Limo.
That is correct. I actually watched the Defunct Land today.
I actually went on
That's
it.
how Oh, really?
Yeah, because
That's
I
like-
went when it was first open, and I went on that for sure. And it's
Yep.
funny now. Obviously, they use the.
It's funny now that they
animatronics.
just covered up the animatronics.
Yeah,
now
for
when you
real.
see-
Yeah.
When you see Jackie Chan, you
Jackie
know
Chan.
Chan.
Yeah,
It's hilarious. I wish I would have gone on it. Was it really that bad?
It's the same
I
ride.
mean, I was a
it's
kid,
the
so-
it's the exact same ride, Matt. It's the exact same ride.
Yeah.
It's Monsters Inc. instead of Hollywood people. I mean, right?
Yeah.
Same. They didn't change the track. They didn't change the vehicles. They just painted them.
it's a more welcome theme for sure now. But
Yeah.
at the time, they were doing the big California everything push. So
Yeah. All right. Question number 2: true or false? Dave's Crockett's canoes are on a track.
we'll say false.
That is correct.
So I'm taking it you've never actually been on the canoes.
I've done it a while ago.
Okay, because I was gonna say if you've done it recently, you would know for a fact that you have to do it. You have.
Okay.
It is not-
Because I was thinking, I was like, wait, the guy in
It
the
is
very
not
back,
going
like,
without you.
Every
It's like the
time,
cast
every
member's
time I
guide.
look, every time I look at it, because normally I go in the summer or when it's hot, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not doing that. Everyone here looks like they're struggling. It's hot. People are sweating. I'm like,
I think the last time I did it, my kid was in middle school and we went with one of his friends, and I've got a couple of pictures of his dad and me and the kids on the canoe getting in there, getting ready to go.
one day I'll do it though. Maybe we'll have a
You gotta try
Kicks at the
once.
Castle meetup.
Well, we were
and-
supposed to when Felix was in town. That was the whole thing. We were gonna Phil and Ruby and Felix and we were all gonna go do the canoes, and I got sick and it was raining. So,
Oh dang.
but yeah, definitely. If you come out, we'll round up the crew and we'll take over a canoe.
Kicks at the Castle. Kicks at the canoes.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Question number 3. Walt's favorite meal is A, waffles, B, chili, C, pizza, or D, corn dogs.
Be chili.
That is correct.
He ate it every
Actually-
day, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
It was like
something nuts.
his like favorite, like go to meal because it was so easy to
Yeah,
make.
they have the Waltz chili too, which is actually really good.
Yeah, I think that was it. Carnations Cafe. That has
Yeah.
it. All right. Question number 4. What other location was there a Disney Quest besides Disney Springs or Downtown Disney?
Oh man. It's funny, I heard about this too. I can't think of the state. I don't know. I heard
It's
about it.
Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah.
They were actually gonna build one in, I think it was Philly, or somewhere over there. But since Chicago was like a failure, they're like, no,
Yeah.
and pulled out.
I don't know if you guys listen to podcast The Ride, but they talked about that. It
I
was
think there's a
something-
defunct line about the Chicago.
Yeah.
Yep, I watched that today too.
Busy at work, huh?
Yeah. And then, all right, last question. Money restraints forced Disney to choose between bathrooms and drinking fountains when opening. Which did he choose?
I know this
Which do you choose to keep or
to have.
To
to
have.
have?
They can only have one on opening day.
Was it the drinking fountains?
It was the restrooms.
Or was it?
They were criticized
So-
for
Yeah.
not having the drinking fountains and
Oh,
charging
that's
people
right.
for drinks.
That's right.
But what he
Well
said
said.
was people can buy Pepsi Cola, but
Yeah.
they can't pee in the street.
That's right.
That was his explanation.
That was it. I think he chose wisely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, all right, you made it. You
Well,
made it
that's it.
through. You made it
Not bad.
through.
Thank you for playing the Disney Hype Trivia.
Thank you.
Now it is time for lightning round Disney or Datney.
Disney.
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 These nuts. Got him.
So here we go. Dill Whip or Mickey Pretzel?
Pretzel.
Pretzel, nice choice. Haunted Mansion or Pirates? I think we know that one.
Pirates.
Pirates. All right. A vintage tea or a Supreme tea?
Ooh. Vintage Disney.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. All right. Travis Scott or Off White?
I have neither. But I'll do Off-White.
Off White. Okay. Grand Fiesta Tour or Living with the Land?
I'll do Fiesta Tour, although I haven't done Land in a while, but it's one of those ones I want to do.
Okay.
But I'll do Fiesta Tour since it's the one I remember most.
Okay. Dinosaur or Indiana Jones?
Indiana.
Okay. That is the correct choice.
I was gonna say, yeah, you had to think about that one.
Countdown to Extinction or Indiana Jones.
Thunder Mountain or Space Mountain?
Thunder Mountain. That's probably up there with my top 5.
All right. Slides or Crocs?
Crocs.
Jack Skellington or Jack Sparrow?
Sparrow.
Midway Mania or Buzz Lightyear's Astro Blasters?
Oh, Astro Blasters all the way.
All right. Are you a galactic hero?
I am not, and I still am trying to figure out how to do it. I know where to aim, but it's just
Practice makes perfect.
apparently
Goofy or Donald?
Goofy.
Like that choice too. Star Wars or Marvel?
Gosh, here we go. Star Wars,
Pixar or Disney Animation?
Disney Animation,
Heroes or Villains?
Heroes,
Rope Drop or Fireworks?
Rope Drop.
And last one, Factory Laces or Lace Swap?
I'm fine with the laces they give me.
Okay. All right. I like it. All right. Nice. Well, why don't we get into some discussion here? How did you get into Disney?
Well, I think I said earlier, Grandma got those little baby shoes. She's the reason why I'm into Disney, into shoes and everything.
Oh wow.
When I was a kid, I started with All Stars, and she got me all types of Converse colors, and I had all these Chucks, and then that went into like skate shoes, and it wasn't until probably 7-8 years ago I started getting into Jordans and everything. So Disney, same. I went when I was, I think, 1, and then I went consecutively just over the years. I don't know. Since then, I had a pass since I was like 13, I think. And yeah, it was hard. For the first time, even like, I guess technically during COVID, like having to let go of a pass, but like September was the first time I had to let it go for the first time in like that many years. So
Right.
yeah, but yeah, it's definitely all her fault for everything I get.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you said you're planning a trip maybe a little bit later after
Yeah.
after you have the kid. So just going to let you know that it's a totally different deal getting to watch Disneyland through the eyes of your kids. So
I can't wait.
I'm
I
excited
can't
for you to experience that. That's a cool deal. So when are you planning that trip? How long do you think you're going to wait?
So I think we're trying to do 2 this year. I think we're going to try to do 1 in June and probably gonna pair it with Universal too and just make it a longer weekend.
Okay.
And then probably November, maybe December,
Mhm.
and just get some of the.
So is grandma going with you or no?
Oh yeah, his fairy grandmother is definitely going with him. Yeah, no, she's coming for sure. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. It's gonna be really cool.
That's awesome.
I'll try to avoid a bubble wand in your face if we see you.
You know what, man? When your kid is old enough to wield a bubble wand, please go ahead and get him one. But I would just ask that you be respectful of the people getting wanded.
I know I've seen those kids that just hold it and just are just looking at you holding it and
I know.
realize they can.
All right, well, that's cool. So shoes, what are you looking forward to in the new year? I mean, or why don't you tell us about, what did you do last year? How many, where did you go crazy? Was it a down year?
You know what? It was a pretty good year. I definitely made out pretty well. I got some good things. I mean, I closed it out with being able to get the Air Force, and that was like a big one I wanted to get. But yeah, I mean, again, John, you gotta try them, but New Balance is really coming around. Like I just looked at what I got, and I ended up getting like I think 2 or 3 pairs of like 2002 R, which Adrian will know what that is. But yeah, the Salehis, I got the Bodegas. So definitely a few pairs of New Balances. But I know those coming up, those Montreal Bagels, I think are next week. The Dunks, those look pretty cool. The Craft 4s look great. And then of course I gotta get the white cements if I can.
All right. So what size are you?
10.5.
10.5. So you're not going to take my pairs. All right. That's good.
Oh, unless you're over them, I mean.
So as far as quantity, are you
I definitely need a downsize. I mean, I did have quite a few, and
oh yeah, you're losing a room in your house.
Yes, yeah. So like I said, you can tell like these are his, he's got his stuffed animals already. And I mean, this is gonna kind of pair with it. We're trying to do like a jungle theme room, like a jungle cruise themed room. So there's like tiki room, and this is like, I don't know if you got one of those, but the map jungle cruise, they used to give those out. I don't know if they still do or not, but so it's kind of like gonna be that theme. But yeah, definitely losing a lot of room, and I want to give him as much as he needs. So
you're gonna have like a fat head of the Rock.
Yeah,
on the wall.
yeah, just put it in the corner for him.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, you got any questions?
No, I don't.
Well, Taylor, thanks for joining us, man. I want to thank all of the listeners. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a review, check out the YouTube, join the Discord. I think the YouTube guy went off this week. New graphics.
Those are cool.
Excellent job.
Thank you.
Yeah, those are great.
I will say I started laughing out loud when I heard myself talking about Abraham Lincoln.
Not wrong. It's a great place. I love it.
It is. It's a good time. So
you want AC?
You were very passionate about that. So I was like, you know what? This deserves Yankee Doodle.
The music was great.
It was awesome, man. But anyway, we are Kicks at the Castle. You can follow us on Instagram. Don't forget to tag us and use the hashtag Kicks at the Castle in your Disney Fit pics. Taylor, how can the listeners find you?
You can find me on Instagram at GumSoulGrails.
Well, my name is John. You can find me on Instagram at Weekends with Walt. You can find Ruby at Rubes00 on Instagram. Matt, how can the people hit you up?
You can find me at the Disney Hype Beast. No doubles, no anything. Just the Disney Hype Beast.
All right. Well, Taylor, I'm gonna hit you up. We'll go play some golf.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. Thanks, guys.
This is Kicks at the Castle, Season 5, Episode 2. We are out. Peace.
See ya.
Peace.